The briefing here on Newsmax. Ed Henry's here, along with Democrat strategist and former New York State Senator David Carlucci, also Republican strategist Nicole Kipraloff, back with us here on set. Ed, I'm going to let you take the first stab at this. I talked about this heavy yesterday. I filled in at the 8 p.m. on Finnerty last night. I mean, I said woke, weird, and weak. I added on one more than Rahm Emanuel did, but I mean, that's what it is here, and at least one person realizes that.
Yeah, when you need to pay consultants $20 million to explain to you how to talk to young male voters, you have a massive problem that $20 million isn't going to fix, obviously. They could have actually gotten advice on how to talk to male voters for free. Follow the Truth Social posts of one President Trump. I mean, he figured this out. Not just talking to young male voters, when all the consultants and smart pundits, quote unquote, were telling us that it was female voters that are going to make the difference in the last couple of elections. Donald Trump understood that there were a lot of male voters in this country who were concerned about the economy. They were concerned about the wokeness, the weakness, as Rahm Emanuel says. Donald Trump was talking about all of this. And so when he wears that hat, Trump was right about everything. He was right about even the Democrat Party ills. He called this out about men and women's sports and all the rest of it. And the Democrat Party's just not listening.
Well, we also heard from Democrat strategist David Carville, and basically he said that you shouldn't use the word oligarch, you shouldn't use the word equity as opposed to equality. I mean, David Carlucci, your take on using these particular words?
Yeah, I agree with this idea that the Democrats are just too calculated, if you will, that we have to second guess everything that's said, or else it's a I got you moment. And I think that's what Rahm Emanuel is getting at, is this idea that we've got to sanitize everything we say. It's got to be tested by a consultant before you can send an email out or something like that. And that just, it doesn't work. People want that authenticity. And even though I disagree with President Trump on many issues, I think people believe what he says, because sometimes it is offensive to many, but it resonates with people. You can't please everyone all the time, and you're going to make enemies. If you're going to make an omelet, you got to crack some eggs. And I think that's what Rahm Emanuel is getting at, is that we can't be trying to not offend anyone. It's going to happen. And I've been talking about this quite a bit in terms of we have to build the coalition. There's many people, like we saw David Hogg spending $20 million to try to defeat incumbent
You
Democrats.
want young male voters. I don't think David Hogg's the right avenue to go down.
Well, that's right.
Just my opinion.
Exactly. It's about expanding the party, not purifying it. And we've got to broaden the tent, not make it smaller. So we've got to appeal to people that might not agree with us on every issue, but will agree with us on the majority of issues. It doesn't have to be every issue.
Right.
The majority.
Nicole, I think it's a problem just with what they know and what Democrats think right now. I mean, it's at the root of the party here. Men make up half the population on Earth. Women make up the other half. They don't know how to speak to half the population because of how woke and how left it has gotten. Men have largely rejected that.
And they've been demonized by the left for so many years, and now they think that this $20 million for the SAM program, speaking to American men, is somehow going to bypass American men's common sense. This is political grandstanding. This is inauthentic. If they actually were authentic in their desire to bring the Democrat Party together, they would go out there, talk to American men, figure out what do American men care about and what in their mind is a healthy image of masculinity. It's certainly not Doug Emhoff, who they tried to prop up as a vision of masculinity, or Cory Booker or Tim Walz, who have put into place these radical policies that have destroyed the American people, both men and women, not just men. I don't think the left knows how to talk to women either.
Any Democrat men, I said this last night, played on a sports team or were in a locker room or had a group of guys. You're just a guy. And clearly they don't have that within their party here. Ed, I want to let you respond.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about Tim Walz, right? He was the VP nominee and was supposedly going to bring in all these male voters in the heart of the country, and none of that obviously worked. I think that Nicole hit on the most important word: authenticities. Donald Trump, as you heard from David, you might not agree with all of his policies. You might not agree with the way he speaks sometimes. but you know this is what's in his heart. You know this is not something that's been poll tested by campaign consultants. A lot of times in 2024, Donald Trump's actual campaign consultants were ripping up pieces of paper saying, why is he talking about that at the rally again? He's talking for 2 hours about the same. And people love it because it's real and authentic.
David, who is the leader of the Democrat Party right now?
Well, I think we've got many leaders, and I think you see that in what Rahm Emanuel is talking about, is that we're going to have many options come. It's a long way to 2028, but I think the wind is at our back, particularly at 2026. The Republicans have a slim majority, and it's ripe for the taking. So that's the first step in 2026.
Okay, so no one. That seemed like a not answer.
No, I don't think there is one yet.
Yeah, I don't think there is one right now.
Some time,
but we'll wait and see. And David, thank you for joining us. And Nicole, stick around.
Appreciate it.
Coming up.